Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a really strange one to go call it over here, and it's just kind of more of like a give me your thoughts as you kind of sit here and watch it. Because EskayOW right now, who's been somewhat of a popular content creator when it comes to Marvel Rivals, and especially Overwatch, hence the name, did a crazy call out right now to another content creator called Warn. And some of the logs and hidden stuff that kind of popped out have been crazy, and although that seems like they mostly have kind of solved the issues and the beef out here, we're seeing that this is kind of a strange situation, where we have certain content creators that keep on calling out people for kind of the sake of just like drama, attention, even though they say they don't really like drama. And of course, it kind of leaves everyone a really weird, bad taste in their mouth. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments. I don't want to chime in my thoughts too much. So subscribe if you guys are new. I'm not sure if this is good drama or not. Feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do in this channel itself. And yeah, so we have this that popped out a little while ago. So we're SK over here. And they've been another drama before. There was like a big drama a few months ago when they were doing a special event for Marvel Rivals. And they had a content creator who was a way smaller content creator. And they were like, I think they chose the character that they wanted to play. Like imagine a brand new character is coming out, you're streaming, want to make YouTube videos, get the clout from it. And then they yelled at the content creator, like basically bullied them and abused them. And the smaller content creator tried to stand up for themselves, but someone being a bigger content creator, there's like a power disparity for it. And that's not usually the best thing out there. Like if you say you have 1,000 viewers versus someone who has 50, well, you're going to have 1,000 people that might come and harass you, and then you can't even really defend yourself because it's just, most of the time it's not worth it. Number two, it's just stuff, which is rough. But anyway, they made this tweet randomly today saying, I think the funniest and maybe most sad thing that happened to me as an Overwatch streamer was when I was sitting at a table with two content creators. They were talking about how enjoyable it was to play with Yanza, which I believe is another content creator. Before his public, he was a transphobic and a POS. And after 20 minutes of gassing him up, being like, oh my God, this guy's the best. He's so cool. I love this guy. And like their words, the first creator goes, I know he's Saudi and all that. Do you think he's he's transphobic? Then WarnTV replies, oh yeah, definitely. And then continues to gas him up for another 15 minutes. Like, did he forget that I was sitting at the table with him? As you guys do not know, SK is a trans woman. And I just sat there in silence and they were stunned. And as well with this one, Warren responded saying, hi. So that tweet, this is the person they were calling out. So don't mind, there's two content creators. And they only specifically named this Warren person and the other person they didn't like. Saying, hi, so that tweet is so unbelievably disingenuous. If you're trying to imply that I'm a transphobe, that is and never was a fact. The context was that being excited about winning a tournament as a smaller creator, not celebrating the terrible behavior of another person. So it's basically being like, hey, yo, this guy won a tournament. We won like big games. Everything's exciting. Life's good to go. Rather than like, yo, burn other people down. As a matter of fact, I've been blocked for ages and can't even personally discuss with SK my thoughts and feelings regarding the matter. It's kind of heartbreaking knowing she was my friend and chose to misconstrue my words or intent. There's also other pictures they kind of shows up in there on and like showed. And like, we're like, hey, like we were friends. Like we hung out. We literally were hanging out together in person. And people were upset about that too as well. Because people were calling out saying, why do they name drop Warren, like this creator who people mostly like, and not this mysterious person too as well? And this conversation was years old. Why do they randomly go and tweet this out for clout or whatever it might be? Because Overwatch hasn't really been too relevant for a long time. They've been playing other games and had success. And it's very all over the place. And people started calling out SK. SK starting out of thin air once again because they have a very long history of just causing drama with people nonstop. And then F them both actually. No, I actually love it for the subreddit. And then basically this is the Overwatch TMZ. And like this is like the drama subreddit out here too as well. But yeah, and of course people are like, we got to go find a friend for this too as well. I always find SK to be very disingenuous and manipulative in their view too as well. They call him terminally online and stuff like that too. And a lot of people out here have always been calling this out. Even saying as a trans woman myself, SK always rubbed me the wrong way with how everyone and everything to her is seen as transphobic. Y'all remember when she accused the other streamer being transphobic just for stealing Emma Frost from her, which was, I think, the history that happened for the content creator. The smaller one who they harassed was from playing a brand new character in Marvel Rivals. I don't even like Warren, but I don't think that he's stupid to act like that. Another trans woman, I agree. She gives me peak 2020 vibes where everything is transphobic to her, where she knows every little microaggression to use it against you in the future too as well. They're saying they have a persecution complex. They're calling out everything as a potentially personal side against them, even when they're sitting next to them. And they're also having their views go down. So they're trying to say like, hey, you need to get some new drama, get some new attention on you, and try to get back into Overwatch 2 as well. And a lot of this was like, hey, like for the other guys saying, let's go and just talk about this privately. Let's go and move on. Let's not have to deal with this. And I think that's a big deal because a lot of people are like, bro, what is this? I never like SK, like they're not even a part of the Overwatch community. They just come back to farm for the non-good matters to go get random attention. Like, why do they tweet this? Everything else are hard to go take seriously. And although they did eventually go and have this pop out, saying like, hey, I had a call with Warren, we're all good now, I'm a complete idiot, I let a horrible weekend fester into years of overthinking. At worst, he was just a bad friend. He's not the evil monster that I created in my head over the years of staying silent. This is all good. It's like, you know, accountability and like coming back to it. I should have just talked with him sooner. It's been living my head rent free for so long, and I thought tweeting it would free me, which that's still very bad logic. It's like, what are you doing here? Like, just talk to the person, talk to like, or bring it up, or, you know, whatever. But it was actually just talking with him. I'm sorry about the storm I created. I'm so sorry, Warren. I think he's a good guy. I'm way too terminally online and anything. But there was also other tweets that came out with their actual chat logs in Warren's channel saying, you play Roadhog like a for real. And I'm like a 14-year-old girl. You're Roadhog and I'm 14. Bro, where is my mod? I never got modded. This is the last comment they sent in the chat. I'm a goat mod. Basically calling and saying these obscenely unhinged comments, and this, like, that's nuts. They did go and say, I'll give more context, and it doesn't make it okay. It was 2 years ago. And like, keep on taking accountability, which you can never hate on someone too much for that. But it just kind of shows like this is like weird situation to call someone out, and the last thing you're typing in their chat is something crazy. He spent the entire game hunting me specifically, which it makes sense. You know, just you're playing Roadhog, you want to hook people and kill them if you play Overwatch. And I've never said anything like this again. It's probably the worst thing I've ever said. I feel really bad, which is they feel bad. That's good. They apologize for it too as well. And people are being like, hey, good awareness for people in the comments. You beg for the apologies, all good. But a lot of people are also 50-50. Some people are like, hey, it's very good. You guys are able to talk it out. The communication's very nice. And then some people are being like, hey, you're just a dangerous person. You actually seem like a horrible person. Things switched up quick when messages got leaked, stuff like this. And a lot of people are kind of a 50-50. Like, people are like, you have to be more chill. You have to take time away from online stuff because you have to clear your head. And I kind of am with that. Like, I don't like to go and hold people on crazy standards. But like, if bad things are happening, take a step away. Like, I took like 8 months my own self to like kind of get my head on straight. And it is easy to get lost in the sauce for content creation, YouTubing, making money, or whatever it may be. Like, completely get it. Or like, you're on that grind, you're on that high, or like you just feel like you have to stream 8 hours a day, and it's hard to, you know, get friends or spend time in real life and disconnect because you don't want to lose your money, your job, your income, everything. But it is kind of weird too because people are like calling it out for the accountability. And this is so weird, you can do this stuff without having any consequences. And a lot of people are not happy with this too as well. Even the nice comments are like, it's important to be very careful with levying these accusations against someone. A lot of people probably got very bad impressions of him because of your words. And I kind of agree. Like, you have to be a little bit more careful. You have to be like on cautious stuff. You can't have these switch ups nonstop. And at the end of the day, they go talk it out. This is something always dangerous to go and see in the online world because people do need to realize that real life stuff does have consequences. And if you're too online and you don't have accountability, you're like, it's going to be a hard life to live. So anyway, like, people like even saying, hey, he asked you to start drama, never happened. You're so weird, girl. So I don't have any hate on them. If they're all queshed out, at the end of the day, that's what matters. But still, this is a very scary situation, so I just want to bring light to it, because I don't know, I'm just talking about random gossip on a Saturday night. Appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe if you guys are new, and if I'm stupid, leave a comment down below and tell me why. All right, bye.